Greetings and salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Stasis. I'm Count Jack Fisco. Come join me for another horror adventure. Let's read the PDAs really quickly. Dr. Milan, or is this Milan? January 1st. They fear the unknown, the alien. Wait, no, wasn't Milan I don't remember who this is anymore. The new year begins, the wheels turn, the Groomlight continues to lead the vanguard of scientific discovery for all of humankind. Yet I feel dissatisfied. Even as the peons who work under me celebrate a new year, I wonder, why? Why would you celebrate such an asinine concept as an outdated Gregorian calendar on a ship that's currently swimming through the depths of space? The reason is clear: comfort. They fear the unknown, the alien, the impossible. I do not. I embrace the unforgiving cosmos with open arms. The problem with the research we do is the humans doing it, constrained as they are by conscience, remorse, and sometimes even fear. We try to grasp the infinite and give it a framework that ill fits its cosmic splendor. This is my 10th year as Special Projects Director for Kane Corporation. Despite my discoveries and quest for knowledge, I'm held back at every turn by paperwork. Moralizing scientists, that the group of degenerate toadies that I sit on the board with. If I were rid of them, then my word would be God. My word. Not the word of a corporation. Still, they have their uses. The research is funded by Kane, and the Groomlight is kept running by the money and personnel they provide. But the time will come when all this changes, you mark my words. March 19th. I'm inundated with emails from all departments about inconsistencies with storage and contaminated samples. This grand masquerade is sometimes more tedious than it's actually worth. Worst of all was Dr. Way, and that technician, Miss Callister, is it? I'd normally make short work of such troublemakers, but it hardly seems worthwhile. Troublemakers must be allowed to make trouble, because if they disappear, that legitimizes their claims that somebody will always take up the fallen Crusader's torch. Dr. Backman's tendency is becoming harder to restrain. I'm well aware of his shortcomings. The old man is as brilliant as he is deranged, yet manages to go around his work as a sociopathic glee. He's useful to have around. He's requested more bodies for seeds, specifically more women who are recently pregnant. That is problematic, as we have very few such women on board, and imports are not easy to come by. We may have to play this one under the radar. May 20th. That fool Dr. Gray complained yet again about his beloved insects becoming more aggressive as a result of power outages. So what? Let them spill out onto the decks as far as I'm concerned. The importance of seed outranks the hydroponics project work by 1,000 to 1. I do like playing chess with Dr. Gray, of course. I win every time. The little fact he's unlikely to tell anyone, though he does seem quite happy to contact anyone who's interested. With the opinion that he'd be the next best candidate for my job. Sebastian, you could not handle what I do. If you believe otherwise, then you're as great a fool as I imagine you to be. When the day that I foresee comes, your rotting corpse will be under my feet, and I will laugh. Okay, Milan's even more evil than Backman. Holy shit. So yeah, it's probably Milan that we're talking to. Because I don't remember who they said it was. July 4th. Dr. Williams is still under the delusion that I don't know about her personal research. Officially, it's illegal for staff to conduct their own research. But this is interesting. Recreating her dead lover in the form of a hybrid? How fascinating. If it works, I'll make use of it. If it doesn't, then it'll burn with the rest of the set with the rejects. The woman is obsessed, and I know that Santos is playing no small part in feeding her delusions. I know her secret research won't cause me any troubles, or I never would have allowed her on Project C. October 23rd. So it seems contaminated waste from the corpse disposal overspill is contaminating the ship. It's causing fungal growths, or so my various drones tell me. This fungus is a riveting proposition, though. While I'm angry at Dr. Backman for terminating more subjects than strictly necessary, these unintended side effects are fascinating. I intimated as much to Dr. Gray, and of course stroked his ego with hints of promotion and glory. He'll keep the fungus alive. The engineers want it destroyed, but I'm sure we can delay that. This experiment is becoming more engaging by the day. I haven't even had to lift a finger. So while they clog up my inbox with demands and Rome burns, I plan to play the violin. We'll be more secure here anyway. And this has a certain inevitability to it. If I must record the daily developments, as the experiment grows. This guy is just twisted. November 30th. It is, as I foresaw, panic, destruction, and mayhem. And yet Seed continues apace. Once the fervor and flame dies down, we'll sweep the decks of Detrius and repurpose all of it for my beautiful hybrid creations. No more growing plants for the good of mankind. God is no longer the machine, my friends. I am God. Oh, we gotta put this guy down like a rabid dog. December 25th. My beautiful children have excelled themselves. They kill, they learn, they adapt. A primal species without any of the trappings of morality. It is their time now. They almost came to be once, many years ago, but were snuffed out by humanity, afraid of its natural successors. The systematic extermination was given a name, the Eugenics Wars. The public knew it as corporate warfare. In truth, it was a coordinated genocide. Humanity wasn't ready for Professor Gertrude's astounding discovery and sought to destroy it. His work was not perfect, of course. That's where I came in. I spent most of my life as part of Kane, trying to access Professor Gurin's original work. Old Man Kane pushed me to the top because we shared an ideal, the utilization of science for the perfection of humanity. Where we differed were the methods by which this was to be achieved. Not that he had much more to say after I held a pillow to his face as he lay in a hospital bed. All for a higher purpose. The creation of our species from raw subjects will become impossible now that the crew are dead, dying, or unclean, but that's hardly an issue. Any subjects who are flawed or imperfect have been turned into the fertilizer that will nurture the perfection of the surviving race. Now the challenge is moving Groomlink out of range of any of the ships. No one can be allowed to escape the ship alive. Any good, strong survivors will become members of the new race. I am their creator. I control. I transcend. God, we're killing this guy. We are killing this guy. February 2nd, DeSantos. I'm so very disappointed in you. A distress signal? I thought we were of one mind here in Seed. I'll castrate and destroy you for this betrayal. Your flawed body is hardly worthy of becoming one of my children, but for now, I must turn off this accursed signal. You cannot hide from me, Marvin, you drug-peddling little fuck. It's one PDA down, let's go see the other one. July 23rd. I've been reassigned to investigate the disappearance and murder of 2 scientists in the employ of Dr. Milan. A strange matter, to be sure. I've been observing the movements of some of these eggheads, and I can't say I'm too impressed. Does anybody around here record their comings or goings, or make any notes? There's no traditional organization in this department whatsoever. Project Seed answers to nobody. This I know. But I thought these scientific sites always made notes. Not that I care about admin, but I very much care about finding out who's selling weapons-grade secrets. Industrial secrets are a matter of life and death, especially death in this case. My investigation will be thorough and no stone will be left unturned. The staff here are strange, and in fact, I'd say a lot of them are even crazy. But I couldn't care less about that. I just want names and answers. Robert Lincoln. Okay, that's who this is. I wasn't sure. I kind of skipped that to go straight to the first log. August 8th. I got this job because I get things done, not because of my warm and caring personality. At the moment, people are taking umbrage to my investigation, but security is a constant and essential part of shipboard life, especially when we're talking about industrial espionage. I'm not sure where the 2 missing scientists are, but it seems, based on modified records I've found, that they were killed and ejected into space. Any other man would assume these 2 were the criminals, but I don't buy that. As far as suspects go, I've ruled out Charlotte Williams and Marvin DeSantos. Charlotte because she doesn't know where she is half the time, and DeSantos because he's just a smirking shit for brains. I'm confident he's involved in drug dealing, and I will give him this. He's cautious, and acts like a real ladies' man, but I know the truth. I've seen him rejected repeatedly at the bar. September 3rd. Wait, am I upset? Yeah. September 3rd. Since July, I've had to operate under the pretense that I'm an assistant. It's lucky that in my career I had some emergency room experience. The only other person who knows about my true purpose here is Dr. Milan. He's been encouraging. He constantly supplies me with information that I require for my investigation. And at times is a little over-helpful. Still, he seems honest enough. For the record, I'm well aware of the kind of man Dr. Milan is. I've seen his experiments with my own eyes. I've seen what happens when the bodies are disposed of, and of the burning fires in the furnace. But he does what's required to justify the means. There are few men in the world who will do what has to be done. For that, I admire him. Wow, so this guy's not any better. He told me to watch over Dr. Williams' experiments. It seems they're unofficial, and although I prepared a report to Kane for her removal from her position, Dr. Milan immediately overrode my request. I respect him, but to be honest, I don't like having my authority overruled. November 12th. Bachman of all people was sniffing around today. It seems that the old psychopath suddenly became curious. I asked Dr. Milan for further instructions, and he told me to incapacitate the old man. This I did. A shame that I had to break the old guy's kneecaps. Honestly, I was hoping to slit his throat, but Dr. Milan insisted that he remain alive. Alive and in pain, but unable to move. I'm revising my earlier opinion of that Santos character. I still think he's a pathetic little shit, but now I believe he's partly responsible for some of the stolen information. He strikes me as an amateur put up to this by an outside agent. I'll deal with Santos soon, but first I've got to monitor his movements. Make one move, pal, and I'll have you. December 17th. Dr. Milan has earmarked me for one of his experiments. I know this because when I attempted to leave the ship to report to Kane Corporation, I discovered that my access was restricted and blocked. I came back to my quarters and found Milan waiting here. He was waiting with two of those hellish critters he'd created. I'm not squeamish, but those things make me nauseous. I'm currently awaiting what he calls processing. I suppose at this stage I should make peace with God. I've killed many men in my life, and I'll never say I feel remorse for it. I won't give Dr. Milan the satisfaction of hearing me pray for mercy. My last notes on this affair are that Dr. Milan himself is at the heart of the events on board this ship. I was blind to it. I refused to believe he was capable of creating such devastation. I always thought the scientists liked control. But Milan breaks all the rules as far as science is concerned. The leaked information, the fungal growth, the missing scientists. I'm beginning to suspect he even knew that DeSantos was actually selling intelligence, and may have fed him the information to sell. To what end, I don't know. I suspect it was because DeSantos kept Bachman drugged to the eyeballs with whatever powerful stimulants he happened to have so Bachman could continue his work. I can hear the machines being turned on. I welcome my fate. At least I know that I did my job for Kane Corporation. So this is that guy. Okay. Well, that's a hell of a thing to learn. Shit. So I'm gonna save, because I'm not sure where we're going at this point, or what we're doing, but, yeah. So I guess we go back down. Oh, we have the epoxy now, so we can use the epoxy. I wonder if... It's got to be those two plates, the power plate things that we saw. Maybe now we can use the twisted metal and the epoxy? Aluminum glue?
Maybe.
No. The power cell? It said we needed power cells. Well, I'm guessing that was the right jump. What the hell? Power cell housing lock imprint. Can I pull the
I don't know what I was thinking there. I think that would break.
Okay, wait, so do I use this imprint over on the other side? Because it's not letting me do anything with it here. Oh, I used them together. Okay. So I guess we use the power cell in both rooms to get both power cells. That makes sense. Because it looked like there were two slots on the machine. Okay, let's grab the power cell housing. That's one power cell. Let's get the hell out of here. I do not like being in a room with shit that's still alive. Then we gotta do the same thing over here and grab the other power cell. Then we have both power cells and we're ready to go.
Of this power cell may result in subject termination and or equipment failure.
I think they would welcome it, dude. Rest in peace, ladies.
Shouldn't wake up from this. Go to sleep, my baby. Don't worry.
Was Ellen his wife or his daughter? I don't remember. The way he's saying, it's making it sound like it was his daughter? I mean, his wife had had a kid, so she would qualify for this program, but I honestly don't know at this point. I don't remember which one was which. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, keep up the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to take that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.